There is a big choice that you're going to need to make. You don't get out of it. You can't sit back and not make a choice. Not making a choice is making a choice. A big choice that you're going to have to make, because things are going to happen with or without you, and you're a part of all of this. You have to make a choice, a big one. I'm going to talk about that right now. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. There's a big choice being made right now. Now, we've talked about the big split happening and the transition into the new world. We already went past the tipping point into it. We are full-blown into it. It's been happening for years, but it's so much more obvious now because we're seeing the drastic repercussions of our past actions, our thoughts, our beliefs showing up in lower frequency ways. And they are going to be expressed throughout the planet by planet Earth. She's going to demonstrate the negativity that we have chosen until this point. And everything's energy. These things you're going to see happening more that are natural aren't as natural as you think. They are just all a part of the one energy field here that is making choices. Now, that doesn't mean we can't change everything. This is why I talk a lot about the predictions that people always want to know what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now what's going to happen. You create your own reality. Everything is an illusion, but it is a real game. It's one that we truly feel. And not as easy as we thought it'd be when we got here. We realized we forgot everything that we were. And we have to deal with some very strong emotions. And the thought that we are not eternal, that we are mortal beings with an ending, but we aren't. We are immortal energy fields with no ending, no beginning. You're going to go to a beautiful place, but you will take the energy field that you've chosen here, continues on. It's always transforming. Everything just transforms. A choice has to be made right now if you want to participate in a new world. Now, why do I say it has to be made? Because every moment counts, and every thought and every choice you make right now determines the collective outcome. We are one. So as a collective, we create our future together. Now, at the same time, I want you to know you're creating your own individual reality. You can live a beautiful, euphoric life. The challenges that come along the way won't be so drastic or traumatic to you. You'll see them differently. You guys know, or anybody who's in my free email series, I teach you that everything has divine purpose. It is not to be avoided. And when we break through fear, that's all of my teachings deal with breaking through fear. You're making a choice to be bold, to have compassion when there is none, to see the unity in others when most people out there will see us as individuals and separate right and wrong. Pointing fingers at anybody is not seeing the divine in them. We are all equal, no matter what our choices are. So those who are making lower frequency choices are on a path you cannot understand as a human. Neither can I. And so we have to allow that, just like we want to be allowed to make our own decisions. And if you want to impose your spirituality on somebody else, then you're not accepting the fact that we all came here for specific reasons. To support one another, yes, but not to change somebody else. That's disapproval. A choice must be made, and that is, despite what others think, feel, do, believe, and how they act, if you are not making the highest choice, if you're not making the highest choice within the situation, your life, everything, even if it's unpopular, if you're not making that higher choice, you will be part of the collective that stays in density, and you will experience the collective and individual low frequency pain and suffering and struggle from those choices. If you make higher choices, you are going to be the change maker, the pathfinder, the bold person who stands up and says, it's not okay. You know, being spiritual doesn't mean you have to put up with other people's crap. You can speak up. You just have to do it in a way that isn't disapproval, but saying, I'm choosing something else, and you can come with me or not. And so therefore, you shut down the media that is negative. You stop listening to any kind of leaders, spiritual or otherwise, that are preaching fear. There's nothing to ever be afraid of. You're eternal and beautiful. But this game we're playing, it's real. It's a reality, an illusion, but it's a real matrix that we have chosen. We need to play it well. It's going to be beautiful, and when you make those higher choices, you become the hero. No matter what your character has been up until this point, you can become the hero. Have you ever seen a movie where the bad guy eventually does something amazing, and all of a sudden, you see everything differently? Oh, that's not such a bad person. There was some good in that person. Everyone has that choice. What is going to happen when you make the higher choice? You will open the gateways for opportunities, abundance, health, joy. All kinds of wonderful things are going to come back to you because that's what you're placing into the collective. And so I don't teach ask and it is given. I teach give and it is received. Everything you give is reflected back to you. It's a mirror. So if you want to know what you're thinking, look at your life. If you're struggling in any area of your life, you're probably living in some kind of fear. You don't believe in something. You don't believe you can be wealthy or happy or healthy or deserve a good relationship. You can change all that. You're making a choice. That choice is happening at every moment, so it starts right now. What choices are you making? You guys have come over. The first thing you get in my thank you page when you sign up for my list, my free videos, is a mobile app called What Am I Manifesting? I help you catch those thoughts all day long. What are you manifesting? And you will be shocked. I haven't met one student that hasn't said they were surprised at how many times they were thinking negative thoughts. And the more you switch and make a different choice with those thoughts, the more you condition yourself, you actually reprogram yourself to start thinking more positive because it's so pervasive throughout the planet and accepted to be negative because the ego wants to protect itself. So it always chooses the worst case scenario, I should say, the worst thing that could happen to protect itself. Here, you should be afraid of this and afraid of this because you need to protect yourself, and you don't. When your physical body is dissolved, you don't. In fact, whoo-wee, it's like, whew, finally, that's over with. But you're not ready to leave yet, and neither am I. And we're going to play this out. And we're going to create that beautiful new world because that's a probability that exists right now. We have to choose it. I have to choose what I put in my body, what I put in my, let's say, water systems, what I'm doing to others, how I'm thinking, that judgment. Everything's a choice, and every single moment right now is determining our future. Baba Vanga, Edgar Cayce, Nostradamus, they were just warnings of where we were consciously at that moment. It doesn't have to be. If you're ready to make the higher choice, you can turn anything in your life around. And all of us will benefit because you're the puzzle piece that is required to make up that one beautiful picture. And so everyone is important. When you look at that other person who's acting out of fear and anger, know that they're coming from a place of wanting love and not feeling that they get that, have received that. They're in a dense place. Send them compassion. Your prayers for those living and beyond make a difference. Do that at every moment. If you guys come over, those of you who are in my Miracle Circle, every month I do a live session. I talk to you, I give you teachings, and you get stuff to work on for the whole month. But what we do is we get together and we create a global meditation. We actually create a circle of light around the planet, and we send all of our blessings and light and love, and we are making a difference. If you want to come over and join me, the Miracle Circle is available to you. Are you ready? You can live an amazing life. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy.